Hello everyone, this is Rick and welcome to Astral Club. This video will be called the Astral Cord. Before we get started, just want to mention Patreon. Gavin is the newest supporter for Astral Club on Patreon, and he is an Astral Scout, and he'll be getting advanced no commercial videos, and he'll also be able to talk with me back and forth on Patreon, share his experiences, ask questions, things like that. Next up, private lessons. They've been going very well. Anyone interested in a private astral projection lesson with me should contact me. You'll find an email address in the description, along with a few links that might answer some questions. And of course, if you're interested in Patreon, you'll find a link to the Astral Club site as well in the description. The Astral Cord. Everyone seems to be aware of the Astral Cord who's interested in astral projection. The ancient Egyptians talked about it. What is it? Well, I'm going to be sharing my experiences, and I'm also going to be borrowing very heavily from Astral Dynamics by Robert Bruce, his chapter 27 on this silver cord. With all of the volumes that I have on astral projection, his seems to be the best on this subject. You would think there'd be a lot more information written on this subject than there actually is. I was surprised to find as little as I actually did. So, what is the astral cord? Well, it's an intricate structure of energy filaments, like an umbilical cord, that links the physical body to the astral body. And when you're projecting, there is an unbreakable energetic link between the physical and the astral body. And it enables a two-way telepathic, emotional, and energetic flow, not all of which is on a conscious level. Now that's a big mouthful. Let's break it down so that it's a little bit easier into bite chunks. First, the astral cord. Well, we refer to it as a cord, and I think it probably deceives people because they're thinking of this one thick cord, for instance, when it's actually more like energy filaments. But what does it do? Well, first of all, it's a tether. It tethers your astral body to your physical body. And it will do that as long as your physical body is alive. And it cannot and will not be broken until your physical body ceases to function. It performs the same function that the tether forms for the astronauts when they're out there doing their EVAs and they're working on their spacecraft or satellites or space stations. They're connected by a cord so that something happens, they don't go flying off into space. That's part of what the astral cord does. Another part is, since there is telepathic signals going back and forth, it acts as an emergency retraction, because if there's any possible threats, and those threats can include anything that engenders strong emotion, like strong fear, or even strong joy, strong happiness, strong love. Anything, any emotion that is overboard, is too much, the astral cord will pull you back to your physical body. So it acts as an emergency astral retraction lever, which is why when I tell people to astral project, to control their emotions. I've heard from people who are not only afraid and got pulled back, but people who finally projected and then they were so full of joy that that extreme emotion was interpreted as a possible threat. As such, they then got pulled back in again. Lastly, the astral cord is an energetic pathway. It's like fiber optic filaments. It allows information to go back and forth between the physical and the astral bodies. If you concentrate when you're astral projecting, no matter how far away you are, you could get a sense for how your physical body is doing. I don't normally recommend that because if you start seeking out that information, you'll start to dwell on your physical body. And then you may be pulled back into your physical body because your subconscious will get the message that, oh, you're interested in the physical body again. So we're going to pull you back. But the point of the matter is, if you wanted to, you could get some sort of report back on what's going on with your physical body. And certainly your physical body is getting energy input through the astral cords, let's call them, as you are traveling. To sum up, we know then that the astral cords connects you as a tether. So you can't get lost. Don't worry about it. You'll always head back to your physical body. It acts as an emergency retraction system that you don't even have to control. Believe me, if you feel extreme emotion, it'll pull you back. But now I want to talk more about the energy transfer that works both ways. If you've ever astral projected, sometimes you'll feel full of energy and you'll have no problem moving around. Other times you may find that you are sluggish and for some reason you're having a hard time keeping your consciousness going where you wish to go. It's because there's some sort of an energy transfer problem. Either the physical is low on energy or there's something preventing an efficient flow of energy from the physical to the astral. That can be caused by a number of things. It can be caused by chakra blockages. It can be caused by physical weakness, for instance. If the subconscious isn't fully on board with your astral projecting in the first place, it might be interfering with this energy transfer. In the past, I've dealt with that a number of ways. If you want to deal with it from the physical body, meditation, where you're drawing in energy through all of your energy sites called chakras. And if you're not sure of what that means, you can look it up. There's various energy sites that are located throughout your body, and they channel a variety of different types of energy. That's all that's important for right now. If one of those is blocked and is interfering, you want to bring energy down from the heavens through your crown of your head, through all of your different chakras to open them up, to make sure that any energy transfer to the astral body happens efficiently. The way to handle it from the other end, which I've done on numerous occasions, is in the astral body. That's I'll fly through storm clouds, for instance, while sucking in that energy. I'll fly over windy high mountains. I'll fly along a crashing rocky shore. Any one of those locations will help you to energize the astral body. So there's two different ways to do it. Get the physical on board, clearing out those energy blockages and helping to recharge that energy, or getting extra energy whilst astral projecting. One question that often comes up, and there's lots of disagreement on this, and I think I understand why. That is, where is the astral cord located? Now, you may have been astral projecting all your life. You may not even have seen the astral cord. I've seen it on a number of occasions when I've sought it out. You have to be vibrating at a certain frequency to be able to see it in the first place. So sometimes, if I want to see it, I have to fine tune my energy level to see it. The last time I saw it, it looked to me like a series of very thin fiber optic filaments that were hooked up to all of my chakra energy centers, which makes sense because if the physical body is going to supply energy to the astral or vice versa, it would help to have energy connections to each one of those major energy centers in your body. So, where is the silver cord? Well, it's basically connected to all your different chakras. Now, many times I have seen it when it gets to the astral body. It kind of gets together into a clump, into a cord, and then it might connect itself to, say, the navel of the astral body, or other times I've seen it connect to the back of my astral head. Because basically it's not necessary in the astral body to have all these different filaments connected to different places on the astral body. The astral body is much purer in an energy sense. It doesn't require those different connections like the physical does. So I think there's some confusion in the past because people have this feeling that it's connected to their navel when they're projecting or the back of their head. But then if they get close to their physical body, they may see these filaments and how they're connected to the physical body, and there can be some confusion on that particular question. But to me, they look like very wispy types of fiber optic filaments. That's the best explanation that I can think of. To add some more information, I have noticed as well that the filaments aren't all equal. There seems to be some that are thicker than others. I'm not 100% sure why that is, but in the physical world, if you have more energy transfer that's required, then there tends to be more filament material that is necessary to carry all that extra energy. So I imagine it probably has something to do with, where that energy is being transferred to and from, and perhaps some areas require more energy than others. One of the questions that I get from time to time, and I seem to be getting less of them nowadays, and I'm hoping that that's going to be a continual trend. People ask, how vulnerable is the astral cord? What happens if I'm projecting and, heaven forbid, somehow the cord gets cut or severed or damaged in such a way that I can't find my way back, and now I'm this poor lost astral soul wondering about the cosmos, not being able to find my way home. Robert Bruce and I very much agree on this particular topic. He and I have never come across a single instance where this has happened. I have never heard of it on the astral, and I've certainly never heard of it happening to anyone in the physical. It's the astral cords are unbreakable as long as the physical body is functioning. I have flown through the sun and gone through a lot of very distant travels in time and space and dimensions, and each time I return. And the only way I return is because I'm invariably pulled back by healthy astral cords. Mr. Bruce says that he is unaware of any way to damage the astral silver cord, and I back him up 100% on that based on my experiences. So put to rest any concerns you may have on that account. The astral cord will always connect you to your astral body as long as your physical body is alive and functioning. My recommendation is the next time you astral project, don't even think about your astral cord. Just get out of your body, get as far away as you can, and do whatever you wish to do, and have a great time doing it. And when you come on back, you'll be able to awake and have full knowledge of everything that occurred. And don't worry, because your astral cord will be hanging around in the background, making sure you have the energy you need, keeping you connected, keeping you safe, keeping you filled with energy, and you don't even have to worry about it because it's just something that happens automatically. This one's a little a shorter video, but it's probably all I have to say about the astral cords. But it's a very interesting topic that everyone's aware of, but you just don't encounter a lot of information on that particular topic. Yet it's so important if you think about it when it comes to astral projection. If you like that video, why don't you hit the like button, share it with those of like minds, subscribe. Let me know if you've seen the cord, and if so, what did it look like to you? I'd love to hear about it. And as always, this is Rick, and I will see you on the astral plane.